Yo, 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 once again, we are back. This is Witness and Messengers podcast. I'm Mo.
I'm Mike.
Once again, we back in the building, man. Do Rate Media Sundays. Of course, on the boards, we got the top shotter, my dog Drew Money. How you feeling?
Man, feeling good. How y'all feeling, fellas?
Hey, man, it's smelling like football season's here.
Yeah, man.
sir.
Football
This is
season
the
is here,
Sunday,
man. Feeling
man.
good.
We're going to get into sports a little later because we all know what happened yesterday.
It's about to get lit.
We already know. We're going to get into this fucking hurricane, Moesha's little brother that hit Charleston. The shit had Charleston in a disarray, man. Everybody's job damn near was closed for the whole week. How y'all feel about Dorian with his whole ass?
Dorian infected a lot of shit too, man.
Oh yeah. Dog, you want to get into that or you want?
Hey, man, fuck UPS, man. Niggas fucked up my money, man, with GOAT, man. Like, so I dropped. We all know Labor Day been on Monday, so I went. UPS store been closed on Monday. I already know. So like, you have a 2-3 day window to ship out and drop off your packages with GOAT, or your order get canceled. So I said, let me go ahead and go to Staples because they do shipping through UPS. Go drop the shit off, right? So the more emailed me yesterday, say your order got canceled, took down my list, and I'm shitting. Cause I'm like, bro, like I dropped the packages off, and on top of that, UPS store still been closed yesterday. So now I'm really mad. So when I went and read their sign, these motherfuckers been open until the 4th. Mind you, now the second been Monday. So in between Monday and Wednesday, they had a 2-day window to pick up the packages. They never did it.
Wow.
Never did the shit. So I'm sending them like confirmation that I dropped it off. They saying that being that they didn't scan it in to the tracking system, that's why the shit.
They
I'm
blame
like,
him for them.
they
for them
they
not
basically
scanning.
they blame me for the shit and penalize me and deduct my seller rating points. So I've been
like when you on them
shitting.
sites, you look for niggas with good seller ratings. Like
That's
you
what
know
I'm saying. So that
Like,
shit, like I'm still good now. I'm still 100. I'm like at 138, but I was a 158.
Yeah.
So I got deducted for 2. That's 10. So that's 20. You know what I'm saying? So I was pissed. So I'm like, bro, y'all know I was in a hurricane and you got visual proof that I dropped this shit off. Like, at least give me my fucking seller rating points back because you don't give my money. They talking about, well, we can email you about a consignment. I'm like, bro, you know what? I'm not doing no consignment because y'all know y'all owe me money. And y'all just trying to do consignment so you can still get more money on top of, like, if my shoe was a sell, they'll just give me a percentage. But it'll be less of a percentage of what I would have got if I would have sold it just regular. So I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do that. So I literally just left Staples before I came here to just get my shit back.
Nah, that's fucking crazy.
Like, that shit was wild, bruh.
man, UPS on the bullshit.
Yeah,
man.
they are.
Hell yeah. And GOAT kind of dropped the ball, too, because they got to kind of have a better system. It's like, bro, if you know I got a good seller rating, why don't you just be like, you know.
At least restore that.
But the thing is, though, the tracking is still technically on the shit when you hit it. Because they have bullets. So they have, like, packaging dropped off, delivered on its way to GOAT. Like, it has on its way, and then you have delivered. So I'm like, bro, if you hit the shit, you can see that I clearly dropped the shit off. You see what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, that's enough.
Nah, I've been disputing that.
Yeah, bro, but you see, they slick. They don't have no phone number. They only do email.
It's a phone number somewhere.
So I'm like, bro, like, see, that's why I don't like that email shit because I want to talk to y'all.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
And
I feel like them shit be automated. I don't feel like it really
gotta-
be no real person be responding to them shit.
You gotta look that. You gotta do your research on that because everybody has to have a phone number.
And that's what I'm saying. Everybody got to have
Every
a fucking
business
phone
got
number,
And that's
bro.
why, like, people be like, "Yo, I tried calling Uber and I can't find Uber because Uber doesn't have a cell phone
Yeah, they
number.
do.
Uber has a number.
Yeah, they do.
I talked to them
I've
quite
talked
a
to
yeah.
on the customer side.
Yeah.
I've spoken to some customer service.
1,000%.
I found a number for them motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do your research before you damn just give this up because that's fucked
That shit
up.
had me 38 high,
Yeah.
bro.
That's what they do. They don't put their number out, and
So you don't blow up their
you
shit.
don't blow
Yeah,
up
but
they
there's
shit.
a number for it. It
That
has
was
to be.
four. That was $4.95. I missed out on.
Yeah, I'm calling everybody.
Yeah, they want that bullshit.
I'm calling
You see what I'm saying?
everybody.
So like, I'm like, all right, man. You know, I still had a couple of other shit, but it's like, bro, like that's a large chunk of money that I missed out on over something that somebody else didn't do. And it's like, bro, you know we had it. Like if you hit on the tracking number, it says UPS service affecting Georgia, Virginia, and Carolinas. Like y'all see the shit. At least give me my seller rating.
I
Back.
did everything.
You see what I'm saying?
I did my job. I did
I did my part.
Yeah, you did your
And
part.
I showed them the drop off receipt.
Mhm.
It's like, bruh, you like, come on, what are we talking about? It's nothing to be nothing to be discussed. But
them boy do, man.
I still see some parts like that Piggly Wiggly right down there. That shit still got an ass of water over there. So
Hey, I was at where was I at yesterday? They was giving away free water and ice. That was Harris Teeter. They was giving away free water and ice. No nigga stocked up on that free water and ice. I ain't even gonna lie. I needed that. But yeah, man. Everything like I don't think the hurricane did it. Do y'all think this shit like really like affected us like that for the city to be like how it was?
I think it did. I mean, you had some real bad power lines.
Yeah,
I think more along the coast.
Along the coast, all right. But
Yeah.
like, of course, like power gonna go out and whatnot. But
should power even be going out? We should be prepared now for this.
You know, it's so
cities
crazy.
like
A
this
lot of
should be
people.
over
Did y'all
prepared
lose
for
power?
this shit. No, I did.
Yeah, I did.
I lost cell phone service. But I didn't.
The cell phone service was so trash, bro. I ain't had no service for like 2-3 days. No cap.
Yeah.
I lost service now. I'm even gonna lie. Like my towers.
I didn't lose shit. I had a few. So I fell asleep. I got up. Like my body just naturally got up like around 4 a.m. And I noticed my phone wasn't charging. So I just had like probably 6 breakers trip. But that's it.
Yeah.
No, I had no power downtown.
My Wi-Fi didn't even go down.
For real? Yeah, I had no power downtown, so I stayed in Avondale at one of my coworkers' houses, and just in case they called me into voodoo or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, I mean, cut you off. I was
you
about to be shitting though,
Why?
because I was cooking breakfast that morning, right?
That shit went out.
So that shit had flicker. I said, bro, I swear to God, if this shit go off on my bacon and everything is on the stove top, I'm gonna be shitting. But that shit
Hey,
flickered
you
real
gotta
quick.
let that shit just ride
Yeah,
out.
let that shit
until that shit
ride
get
out, bro.
cold. That
Yeah.
eye get cold.
Gotta sear that motherfucker.
Right. Put a lid on
Put
top
a
of that
lid on
shit.
top of that bitch. Hold that heat in there.
But no, I was good though. So I was like, yeah. But outside of that, no, I did see some parts that was real bad. I mean, of course we didn't get as bad as the Bahamas. Like,
Oh yeah,
you know,
man.
shout out
Praise
to them.
Big
Yeah,
ups
praise
to
them.
the Bahamas, man.
You know,
That shit's
For a hurricane to move at 1 mile per hour is nuts. Like I had never heard of no shit like that. Just to be stagnant in one area, like 1 mile per hour, bro. Like, you know how slow 1 mile per hour is?
Yeah.
Like,
That's literally like you just put the car in drive and just let it. Just
do
let it
your
roll.
Thing. Yeah, just do your thing, Bubba. Nah, that shit crazy though. But the Bahamas that shit look horrible, man. I saw this one dude. He was in his house, and he like upstairs in his
Yeah,
house.
and the water was like-
water was smacking his window.
And he
like,
looked outside. The water was like, I was like, God damn! Like the water was
Yeah,
on
man,
like
that
that
shit-
second deck, damn near.
that shit is
and
sad,
then,
bro. Like,
the white dude they was reporting or whatever. Allegedly, he's watched his wife drown or whatever, like right in front of him. Like that shit. Like, bro, that shit crazy, man. But people need to learn how to swim, most definitely. And that's,
water is the most powerful element on this earth,
1000%.
man.
I would hate to drown. Like, I couldn't even imagine what that shit would be like.
So I lost
I'm
a homie
thankful
who
I-
drowned, bro. Like,
Yeah.
so, like that shit is just I always get like that feeling, like when I hear about shit like that, and being I lost somebody close that drowned, like that shit is
shit
wild.
bad,
That shit
man.
bad, bro.
That shit bad.
And then of course, it's mainly us that's in Bahamas, so it make it more worse. So, yeah, man, prayers to them, man. Hopefully they get that aid down there as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I see Tyler Perry out there using his plane or what.
Tyler Perry, Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
I seen I know there was a few others, but like those were like the first 2 that I saw like was about to get shit moving down there. And then of course we saw the corny shit. Niggas is posting vacation pictures.
Yo, what's wrong with Mario, man?
This nigga Mario by the fireplace talking about prayers up. Let me tell you how corny the nigga is, because that wasn't even an original. That wasn't an original post. That's a post from like a promo clip. That I went to this nigga IG page. That's an old post. So he took that post and reused it as a prayers up for Bahamas.
This nigga sat by a fireplace for like 6 seconds.
Then he looked at the camera. It's like, bro, like like it's not authentic, bro. Like what? Like niggas is posting their vacation pictures talking about prayers up to the
These
Bahamas.
girls posting they selves in bikini.
Bro, why y'all just can't make a regular post?
by the shoreline and shit? I'm like, bro, what the fuck wrong with
Like,
y'all?
what is
man?
this? Like, what are y'all doing, bro?
What the fuck wrong with Mario, man?
Man, I saw one nigga. He was like buy some pigs or something in the water. I'm
Yeah.
like, bruh, come on, man. Like this is unnecessary. Like if y'all gonna, there's actually like little flyers that are going around with like the hashtags prayers for the Bahamas or something. Use something like that, something genuine. Like
That's what I'm saying. Not a picture of you
Yeah.
on vacation.
don't try to rack up some likes off of over a tragedy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man.
That remind me when they had that mass shooting in Dallas, and this one chick posted she posted some selfies of her in a hotel room, talking about prayers to Dallas. I was just in Dallas. This girl was in a 2-piece, like in a hotel, like taking pictures. You know how they do? Yeah, she was like, shout out to Dallas, prayers up to them. I was just in Dallas, and I'm like,
Yes, sir.
bitch, you taking this opportunity to show ass?
Yes, sir. That OnlyFans popping. That's what it gotta be, man.
Bruh. I couldn't believe that shit, bruh. So like all this shit I put in the same camera, I'm like, bruh, like Mario Wildin', bruh. Like
Big facts.
what's wrong with that nigga, man?
Big facts. But man, anybody who got had damage or got hurt in this hurricane, big ups to y'all.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see like I'll try to see if I could donate something, just to try to help out,
Is there anyone in Charleston like gathering anything to send down there? Or?
Not that I know of, but I'm sure it'll be something popping up within these
gotta
I
get
try to
around.
see if like somebody got like a legit
yeah.
like a legit source that I can like donate
Yeah.
something to, because a lot of these should be
I'm never
fugazi.
giving nothing to the Red Cross. I'm gonna let you know that now.
Facts.
Oh no, I ain't giving shit to Red Cross.
Facts.
No,
No.
sir.
Nah, facts.
The employees divvy out what they want before that shit ships out.
Hey,
I
y'all,
guarantee
do
you.
y'all remember when like Red Cross used to come to like our high schools and get blood and shit like that, and they'll give you like pizza and shit? Now that we know the truth about Red Cross, like, do y'all feel kind of violated for giving them blood?
I
You
blame
gave
my
blood?
school.
I gave Red Cross blood before, just on some like so I can cut class type shit. Like, but now that I'm like older and I see the truth, like, what's up?
I never gave blood before.
I did. I gave him
Yeah.
boy. I gave
I
him boy
gave
a
him
pint or
blood.
two. I
Yeah.
gave him boy one.
God.
I haven't.
In high school, you gotta get your parents' permission to do that though, right?
Nah, I don't remember getting my mom permission to do that shit at all.
That was you signed that little paper?
Yeah, you signed a little
Yeah.
paper and then that's it.
I don't know, bro. I think I feel some type of way if my child did that without letting me know.
You right.
I'm gonna cut their ass.
You right.
Like, bro, like I don't know, like
we don't know where this blood
they
going at, or we
needles,
don't
they
know,
blood
like,
going
we
to
don't know
like
nothing
are
about
they
none of this shit,
sanitary
like,
and shit like that? Like, yeah, bro, I would have felt
is
some
this
type
going
of way.
to people or just going to like a fucking database or something? Like what the
All right.
fuck?
You
going
don't know
on?
what I did in my previous life. You running my DNA.
But yeah, man, I don't really. Yeah, that's just wild to me, man. So yeah, like we said, man, shout out to prayers, much prayers and love and strength down to the people in the Bahamas. Hopefully they bounce back. Kevin Hart accident.
Yeah, man. Prayers out to Kevin Hart, man.
Little man caught a back injury in this accident, man. Hold on, because Drew on some other shit, man. So
But let's being that we know that he's okay,
yeah, no. Now that we know that he's gonna make a recovery, guys.
bruh. This nigga's story is kind of on some other shit, man.
Let's preface it with that.
I'm
Hold
glad.
on.
I'm glad Kevin's okay.
Before we get into the bullshit,
Drew couldn't even get the shit out first before he
we're
started
gonna make
laughing,
this
man.
clear. Now that we know that Kevin Hart is perfectly fine, we about to ensue into some bullshit, guys. So let's get into the shaky ass story that's coming out, man.
Nah, that story is crazy, bro. So like, I heard his wife's 911 call, and it sounded like it was some shit like, bro, anybody with a wife, if you just got fucked up real bad in the accident, like she's gonna have some type of concern in her voice. For the reports to be out that this man got real back injuries, and then listening to her 911 call, it was like she was on some shit like I'm gonna get this nigga bars eventually. But y'all could come get like basically like yeah, he's fucked up.
Come
It was
get
like
this nigga,
it was
please.
odd, bro. Did any of y'all hear this shit?
I ain't heard it yet.
Yeah, bro.
I
That
heard
shit was crazy, bro. So I'm like, then on top of that, I haven't really read in depth with the story. So basically, it was on some shit like they tried to make it seem like technically it was like on some cleanup shit. So allegedly, the real story could be that Kevin was the one really driving, but they placed a homie there to make it seem like he was
Like
the
a
one.
decoy.
Basically, he was fucked up. He got up out of there on some Terrence J type shit.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I thought about when I heard the whole.
But if you think about it, if you got money like that, you don't want no press around you.
yeah,
Drunk driving, it looks very dressed
you're gonna
up.
clean up as much as you can.
Clean up, yeah.
So that's the first thing I thought about when I saw this whole thing. They was like, because first they was like,
But for his wife's tone to be the way it was, tells me something else.
something else going on.
Something else going on.
I kind of suspected that off top because I'm like, usually like they're not just gonna say, Kevin Hart and unknown persons, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll have a report of who else is in the car. So like when that first happened, I was like, oh, this is some Terrence J shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, yo, how you like go head on into a tree like Terrence J did, and they only identified Terrence J. Like to this day, they have not like released who that other person is, and I'm pretty sure that's public. That can be public knowledge by now. Like, you know
She
what I'm
done
saying?
moved on with Kelly Oubre. She done moved on.
Oh yeah, it don't even matter. At this
Don't
point.
even matter. She got Kelly Oubre now. So like,
it don't even matter. But still, like,
Yeah.
y'all get what I'm saying? Like, this it just looked funny. Like, it just looked real funny to me, man. Like, I don't get it.
shit wild, B. That's all I can say. This shit is wild.
That car been fucked up.
That car, and that's the thing. Like, it's
Like that whole roof,
and that's a
was like-
convertible, fam. Like, and I didn't hear nothing about the others being like really fucked up, like how Kevin was.
From what I read about it, like they good. Thank God, like they good.
Yeah, thank
like,
God. And it's like, but that car was like on some, like you took
Yeah.
that shit to the impound lot or some shit, and they like crushed that shit. So I'm glad that he's okay. But
Thing is, I remember when he first got that car because he bought all the Red Cup
Posted
boys,
about
like,
it.
cars too, like, and they all had like, they
All
little
their
old
favorite
schools
classes.
that they all they. And,
like he bought his whole team like
yeah,
old school cars,
yeah,
right?
they all,
Yeah.
And them shit was fully restored. Like he had like that was like a Shelby Mustang, like with the big engine in it and shit like that.
But that's
bruh,
when-
bruh been cutting up, man, on that little back street, man.
I ain't lying.
Lost control of the
Yeah.
car. It's unfortunate he had the side piece with him when all that happened.
Hey, sidebar. This might be a crazy question, but why is it that if you restore one of those cars, they have so much value, even if it has an ass of miles on it?
Because when you do it, you put in whole new engines and shit in there, so that you basically it's a brand new car.
Oh, okay.
You're basically paying for what it used to be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like they putting completely brand new. Like when they
Everything.
fully restored, like it's
Yeah.
back to zero on the.
Oh,
and
okay,
everything.
okay,
Like
okay,
it's
yeah.
completely new.
Now, if you're getting somebody one like that's been sitting in the garage, that's a little different.
Yeah.
But these
But
are
even with that, you can put a completely brand new engine in there and start
So-
that shit
too.
over. Like
So I'm not really knowledgeable on this shit. So if you restoring a car, right, and you put new engine in there, does it the odometer go back to zero, or you have to put it back?
oh, you gotta put it back.
yeah, you gotta put it back. But it's a brand new
But
engine.
yeah,
like
it's-
you
but
know,
also you're probably putting your whole front setup is gonna be completely different.
Yeah.
Unless you're going back for like the classic restored look.
Oh, it's gonna be digital.
Yeah,
It's
that's
gonna be
what I'm
digital.
saying.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna be digital.
Yeah.
They got so much. They got so much things that you can really.
But you
upgrade
could
from classic.
take
Keep
it
yeah,
back
can
if
keep
you
it-
wanted
yeah,
to.
You can
Oh,
keep
okay.
it classic, but it just depends on how bad it was really damaged. If you want to keep it like a lot of like older folks like to have their cars classic, no like
Yeah,
subs
what's
or
it, Jay
no
Leno?
shit. Mhm.
That
Jay-
motherfucker car
Jay
collection
Leno and
crazy.
Jay, they keep everything OG in their
OG
cars.
and this shit,
And
yeah.
them boys got like they got
So
like
what are we
hangers
talking?
worth
What
of cars.
we talking about? Like 200,000 a pop, maybe?
I mean, it can be up
Depends.
worth to 200K damn near, but like they be putting, like you say, like almost 100K in these cars, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Shit, it might be more than.
Like Currency big on like restoring his cars too. Like he do like all the old school Chevys and shit like that too. Like he'll tell you straight up, like, you know, he'll take like an old frame, restore, buff that bitch out, put every brand new thing in, and he be like, it'll damn near be worth a Bentley. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, them shit get like that,
The
bro.
wiring is your
Yeah,
most
like-
important. Look, my homeboy out in Hollywood, he's restored cars and stuff like that. He's
Okay.
doing he's doing a classic Porsche right now. Also like a 1971 Lincoln, like the suicide doors.
Yeah.
Like now this
And
shit.
those are rare cars.
Yeah, like this.
So like, yeah.
and he got this shit for like 500 off of somebody on Craigslist. But mind you, it's shot. It's completely shot. But he's good with the wiring and all this stuff.
So all he got to do is just.
Yeah,
He's-
people
yeah, so
people
it's
make a living off of just buying frames.
yeah.
Like if somebody find like an old like you said 70 with the suicide door, like this the frame for that bitch.
Yeah, that's just a classic
That's
frame
a-
though.
that's a
Like you
classic
can,
frame.
if Kevin Hart was in this car, that nigga would have walked off scot free.
them
This
steel-
shit, yeah,
them
this
cars steel,
still,
like-
yeah, like this. You can run through a tree.
Yeah, that's
for real.
crazy. And that's the first thing I was like, man, that's that same car that he just
Yep.
God, and he brought on
No,
something like that shit. Wow.
I guarantee you, you know, because Kevin Hart from Philly, them boy do that car and bike shit. That nigga been acting bad on
Yeah.
that back street, bro. He been acting bad on that back street and lost control.
He got
man.
caught up, and then
Yeah.
he called in the team, huh?
Hey man,
When you got money like that, bro, you can't.
hey, I ain't mad at this shit.
I ain't
bro.
mad at it.
I ain't mad at this shit.
I clean this shit up too if I could.
Y'all ain't about to find out. Y'all ain't only.
Ain't no police pulling up.
Yeah, only me and my team know the truth, bro. And they ain't turning.
Oh,
on
he's
me.
gonna walk away scot free.
Oh
on
yeah,
this
of
one.
course.
Yeah,
I mean, he got to deal with his wife, but that ain't our business.
Yeah.
So you know, shout out to Kevin Hart, man. We wish you a speedy recovery. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
we ain't want to see you out here broken up, man. Because niggas out here is getting injured for real, like seriously, man. So moving on, man. Ari Lennox had a homophobia Twitter rant, man. I don't follow Ari Lennox, man, so I'm gonna keep it a buck, Mike. You might be you. I know you're more versed in this. Than
I
me.
caught it on the TL.
Oh, so what's
So it
going?
was just like hiding around that whole like the guy who basically killed himself because he was getting
He was getting ridiculed.
yeah for messing with a basically this is where all that stuff tying
That
together like
situation.
that situation, you know, with Malik Yoba. So Ari Lennox had tweeted out like how about like if you like
you
even
don't
if
agree with the, if you don't agree with it,
even if you don't agree with it, how do you don't even support it, like unfollow me and you know don't support me and stuff like that. And I felt like she was speaking from an emotional standpoint because she even mentioned how like she had family members who didn't attend her sister's wedding because her sister was gay. And so I was just like, damn, that's like wild. And I was just thinking to myself, like, I mean, you can have people who don't support the lifestyle and still like don't have an issue with them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
just because you don't subscribe to it, that don't mean it's a problem to you. Like,
yeah. So I kind of read that tweet and I'm like, okay, so like if they don't align themselves with the lifestyle, like,
they can't support you as an artist.
so if I don't go to their events and I don't go to, because that's basically that all ties in
Right.
with support. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, you saying I have to lose you as a
Right.
person I listen to because I don't 100% support them. Like,
I'm gonna keep it a buck. We got Charleston Pride Week starting up this week, and I'm not attending none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't bother me that Charleston Pride Week is going on.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
So-
that be the line that be getting like misunderstood like amongst that.
We
whole,
don't care about the shit. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's y'all. That's for y'all. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? That's not for me. It's not that we don't we have a problem with your lifestyle. Like you are more. That's why we are here.
And
in
I'm
America.
cool with people of that lifestyle.
Yeah, it's-
and I've never
yeah, it's
been to
no-
none of their
it's
events,
no-
and they don't have an
that's-
issue with me not coming. Like,
That's just not my. That's not my lane. Like,
exactly,
you know what
it's
I'm
not my
saying?
lane.
Like, it ain't no.
But I will say though, like the climate that's going on like around it, like everybody, my whole thing would be at the end of the day is like everybody should be able to live their life how they want to. Like, it's unfortunate, it's so crazy. I just saw yesterday 2 transsexuals got killed. Like one got set on fire in a car. Like, and another one, I don't know exactly what happened to that person, but I don't know the complete details behind it. But like they said it was like the 18th one this year, as far as like transsexual getting killed or something like that.
Yeah,
So
I
like
saw-
it's very
I saw
sad,
that.
bro. Like it's wicked what's going on with amongst that shit, man.
I saw that, and then I saw because I don't want to. And me saying this, I don't want to minimize, them losing their lives. But I saw another report, and they was saying how like kind of like how they use these reports, but they're not really explaining the full reason.
Yeah, that's
So,
what I'm saying. They just left me with the details of the killing.
Yeah,
they
not
didn't
saying
really lead
that
up
is-
what
that is
happened.
due to transphobia. You know what I'm saying? It could be a domestic violence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not just because she's of transsexual orientation. So like most of the times when most of the details not released, they just report it as hate crimes, and it's
Yeah.
really not what that is.
That's right. And that's
So-
where he's gonna misconstrue.
And that's what's
everything.
happening.
that
That's what
matters.
happens.
Like that part matters.
That's
Yeah.
what happens. You know what I'm saying? And, like I said, like in no way am I trying to, minimize these people losing their lives, but they're not being reported as what they are,
Yeah.
what it truly is.
Yeah.
So
'cause-
we don't know what it could stem from.
right.
Yeah.
So it's like, like how like when Eric Garner died, I don't this like we knew that he died due to racist police. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's not that It's not that we didn't have the video of him dying. We saw these racist cops choking him out, so we knew it was
with this it
rural
could be
cops.
multiple things.
Yeah,
and
so
like I even know like I remember in high school there was a guy he was gay right, and he got killed. You see what I'm saying? Like I remember this. This was like 06, 07. He got killed right in front of his house, and they said, well, the family and friends around him was saying he got killed because he was messing with some dudes who was portraying to be straight, but they wasn't. And so they didn't want to be exposed, so they killed him. So
I feel like I heard this story.
I think I know you're talking about too. That was that was like around.
That was like 06, 07. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is it could be that. It could be that. It could be that. It could be a domestic issue. It could be that they probably didn't tell another person that they was a trans. It could be so many different things. And I just be like, when you report on stuff like that, it's important to tell us.
Report what really was going on.
Don't leave people open ended on stuff like that.
Because and I'm not, and even with that being said, like it's not that we saying these people shouldn't be advocated for or whatnot, but it's being reported as something else, so it looks like it's these like rapid cases of hate crimes when that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the media just got to do a better job with that, because it come off as propaganda sometimes.
And it stirs up a beehive that doesn't need to be bothered.
Especially like around amongst us.
It's divisive.
Especially like amongst us, because like even with Malik Yoba, when he was and being that he got this other transsexual case going on, so allegedly like he paid 13 to like 16-year-old transsexual at the time to like perform certain acts or something. So that case is still open. So I really don't know how to gauge him at this point. So I ain't really feeling him too much on that until this whole thing gets cleared up.
I need to know like what's going on with that first.
And then the fact that he made a freestyle to like clear his name, which he deleted too. Like this man actually made a rap freestyle to like clear his name amongst that. But even before that, when he used the whole situation with the dude who got killed to basically come out and say that he's attracted to transsexuals and stuff like that, it's kind of it brung up a conversation. And it's like he automatically said like, attention all straight black men, and it's like I feel like once again we always. I'm not saying it's not a problem amongst us, because you do have some black people who are not cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And that is an issue. But when you label it as all, like that's a problem, bro. And it's like it goes back to the whole. I'll even bring up the Jussie Smollett thing. So like even when Jussie Smollett thing happened, everybody supported this man from the get go. Like we all support this man. He's like, damn, like bro, like how fuck you going like do a hate crime on this man because he's black, and on top of that his sexual orientation, bro? Like that's fucked up. But you know what happened right after that? You had Vibe magazine run that article about how straight black men silence on the Jussie Smollett. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like it's a constant reoccurrence. And then with Terry Crews, same thing. You know what he did? He backpedaled and said, you know what? If I was y'all, I would be skeptical too. Now you have this. So it seemed like every time amongst toxic masculinity or transsexual or sexual orientation, we the scapegoats for why the temperature is the way it is, and that's not always the case, bro.
When you even really look at it for like
like this is the third time this year alone, like it's something like major, like we're automatically it was with it with Jussie, it was with it with Terry Crews, it was with it now with this situation, and it's like why y'all see that everybody from the get go supported the whole Jussie, like everybody supported him, like. Even in silence, like we was like, bro, like
we ain't even gonna speak out into it till we start getting more information.
Yeah,
I didn't start speaking out on the Jussie Smollett shit until more facts started coming out, and it's like, all right, like this shit looking kind of shaky, like you know what I'm saying, like. But even in that, like the nigga, we was still on some, we
was riding for dog.
It's like we hope this nigga not lying. That was the whole premise of the shit. We hope this nigga not lying.
But man, it wasn't no automatically, like, even with me, I was like, damn, when I first heard this shit, like, my automatic thing was like, dog, like, what the fuck is going on? Like y'all racists are really getting out of pocket. It wasn't automatically like I was side-eyeing the shit, bro. It wasn't like that, because it's a natural reaction, especially amongst my people. So when I see, and then like I said, with the Terry Crews thing, it was an automatic thing. And it's like, it's always a backpedal. So then with Terry, when you go back on your words, it's like, bro, like, why does it take for the shit to play out for y'all to realize that we was automatically doing the shit that y'all say we wasn't doing?
Well, see, even with
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's wild.
With Terry Crews, like with my opinion with Terry Crews, he didn't backtrack on everything until months and months after the fact. You know what I'm saying?
And then on top of that, when he lost his female support,
that's exactly
specifically
what
white women.
When you lost, when they started going against you, when you wasn't speaking out against toxic masculinity no more. Now
you looking to us.
Now is I would have been skeptical too. So before that, it was y'all. I feel like y'all turned y'all back on me and all other shit. But like honestly, like
it was nothing like that.
We just was like, damn, like we confused. So we the whole time we was like, bro, like how you think about a movie first when something like that happened? Like that's just not. You get what I'm saying? Like that's just not like that's not how. That's like I'm speaking to us two in this room. That's just not like how any of us are designed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we looking at you as in the same manner. So it's like how is like making movies the first thing come on your mind when something like that happens?
I feel like when stuff like this, it should bring us. We should be able to have conversations amongst all of us and not be divisive.
Yeah, it should be informative and educational. It shouldn't be. Since you got that viewpoint, we don't even care about you. It shouldn't be like that. Yeah. And I feel like that's what happens. Like, and me being a straight orientation, I feel like if I say certain things to certain people who, if I just voice my opinion and most of the time when I voice an opinion on something, I'm looking for some good dialogue because I want to learn the other side. I want to learn if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I have no problem with.
And I actually asked a person like I'm cool with about like the whole coming out thing, and I asked and I was like, I said, do you feel it's hard for a gay person to come out in 2019?
Right.
And he was like, nah, gay men and transgender. And I asked her, you don't feel it's hard for a female? She was like, nah. And she was like, and I was like, explain. So she basically was like, people don't care whether females are gay anymore because they look at it like, well, she could change back. It's a phase, or just accept it more. And I asked her, was it hard for her? And it was like, nah, because her family was more, she didn't have that issue with her family. So I guess with the whole, like, I never really thought about it, but when you think about the female aspect of it, it's like you never really have, like, if a female was to come out about it, I never thought, like, yeah, it would be hard for her to come out about it. I feel like most of the time, female or male, I feel like it's more hard on the family aspect of it.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't have, and I get that.
I remember I saw a video of a dude last year. He came out, but he had his dad in the video. It was a video that went viral, and he thought that how his dad. He even had a notion that his dad was gonna look at him. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember
he thought his dad was gonna look at him some type of way for coming out, and it wasn't like that at all. So it's all situational.
Yeah, but on the flip side, it's a lot of people who don't really have supportive families like that. So I get where they coming from on that aspect. Like, a lot of people's family aren't as versed on that. So they would have like a different reaction to it. And that's unfortunate, because, we're in a different time now. Like you said earlier.
It's way different than how it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. Like, with now, I'm not saying it's still not hard for them not to come out, but
like
the
back
world,
then
the climate is different now. It's more accepted now versus when it was back then, and how it should be. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like it's somewhat easier now for them to come out and everybody be cool with it. Mm-hmm. Like just like when we was watching the Kevin Hart. Did you watch the Kevin Hart Shop episode with Lil Nas X? Mm-hmm. And I feel like a lot of people took what Kevin was saying and just ran with it instead of
that clip was taken. That clip was edited.
He basically was saying like what we're saying, but they took it as he was undermining it.
And
so
that
I could
wasn't
get
what it was.
That wasn't what it was, and I can understand how they took it that way, but that's not what he basically was saying. Like, bro, like you gay, like who cares?
Who
like
cares?
you know what I'm saying? Like
the clip that everybody was sharing on Twitter, it was edited.
Yeah.
So if you watch the full interview, it wasn't. It was actually nobody.
And that's another thing. People got to stop running with 15, 20 second
watch
clips.
The whole show.
Yeah, watch the whole thing.
First.
Yeah.
because like how you said, like Kevin Hart, he wasn't like trying to undermine him. He was basically saying like, you know, who really like you said, like we 2019, like that really shouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
And if
like,
you do care, like then you have an issue. You see what I'm saying?
like he was saying, like who cares? Like who really? You know what I'm saying? Like you just had the number one song for 15 weeks straight. Like that shouldn't even not trying to say those are, you know, that should outweigh it, but like it really shouldn't matter, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like your orientation.
Because I even remember when Tyler like announced it, it wasn't a big thing.
People was just tripping off the shit. It was like, bro, about time. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
on some shit like that. Like, but it wasn't like on no like niggas was sending this nigga like hate mail or no type of shit like that. Like
I feel and that's another thing. I feel like if anything, and you know how I feel like, you know, even when Ellen first came out, it was still hard at that time because when she came out, that was like when, like around the mid 90s or something like that. Because she actually did it like on her actual TV show. She actually did it on her actual TV show. So like, I feel like then it was still at a time where it wasn't as accepted. I want to say I probably saw it change like around 06, 07-ish. I might be off on a couple of years. I just feel like now with the way, and I feel like the world still has a lot of work to do, but I still feel like there has been some progress within that area. And like Mo said, I just feel like there should be more informal conversations more than divisive conversations when it comes to stuff like this.
yeah, because it's like, you know, for what it's worth, like, and I get it, like, because I see a lot of these conversations on Twitter. Like, I think, like, a lot of times when you see people, like, type certain things, you're not knowing their tone or, like, how they, you know, the context of how they tweet, because you might see.
It's a very sensitive topic.
It's a sensitive topic, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, let me tie this in with the shop. Like, you know, like the shop, it's good because they have that conversation in person. But like like even when I saw like they was trying to say like all barbershops are like homophobic, like hideouts, and I'm like, bro, like that's not what a barbershop is. Like that's never been.
I done been plenty barbershops up and down the East Coast, bro, and it's like we really don't have. I can remember even from being a child, we don't talk about that.
We don't.
Like we don't.
I've never seen that happen before. Like,
Never.
Ever. Like, and that's the thing. Like, people try to be like, oh,
and then they
lying.
really ask the
like,
question. They ask the question with so much goal. It's like, oh, so y'all never had no homophobic conversations in the barbershop? And we like, no, bruh.
Nah, I haven't, bruh. Like, we talk about sports,
music,
women, music, sports, women music, and life, like job shit. Like, or you know, that's like our country.
Like honestly, like I know it's a movie, but is like barbershop is a prime example. Like on barbershop, what was he talking about?
They was talking about current events, tripping off shit.
Yeah.
Sports, women shit was going on in there. Like, it ain't been no, oh, we hate all of them. Like, it ain't been that.
Hey, Jimmy, school these niggas on a big ass woman and a woman with a big ass. Like, that's what we talk about, bro. Like,
well, now, if you want to take that and turn it into some other shit, I'm cool with that. But we don't be like on no.
We don't be on no homophobic stuff at all.
And I be seeing a bunch of like, you know, people from that lifestyle in the barbershop, and it's never been an issue. Like,
and we talk to them, they talk about the same shit we talk about.
Like, it don't be no
it don't be no tension.
In fact, like the barbershops I've been to, if you on like some negative energy, they gonna ask you to leave, bro. And that's what
we talked about that too. Like
that's if you disrespectful to women, children,
kids in there.
Like, you know, they gonna ask you. They ask you to tone that shit down.
You can't even be cursing with kids in the barbershop.
They gonna ask you to leave, bro. Like, that's just what it is, bro. Like, I don't be understanding this shit at all. Like,
I just feel like a lot of people, they take something of a win of it, especially like on social media, and it gets all these retweets and likes, and then becomes the
bless you.
Thank you. It becomes the norm.
Yeah, it's like this. It's what to be expected.
Okay, so because this tweet got 20K likes, 20K retweets, this is what goes on in the barbershop.
In every black man's barbershop, this is what happens across the nation.
Yeah, man. So I just want us to get to a place where we can be comfortable and having more of these informative conversations, just like I have them. Like, and it's not even like I don't even be wanting. It's not even a want to have the conversation. I'll genuinely just ask if I want to know. Like, if I come across or I develop a relationship with somebody of that orientation, it's no issue with me. Like, it's I don't feel like we have to break the ice. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
That's basically what it boils down to.
Like, let these shit happen naturally, bro. Like that's
bro,
how it's
like,
supposed to be. Like,
you a good person at the end of the day. I'm gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, like I
Point
don't
blank,
care. I don't
period.
care about what you do in your privacy, bro. Like that's you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like same thing should apply to me. You shouldn't care about that. Shouldn't matter to you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
I just want us to get to a better place. Like, instead of being more divisive, we just, like you said, be more informative about stuff like that. And we should be able to have these conversations, you know, and be comfortable having these conversations. And that's the only way we're going to get better as a people. But especially like amongst black people, they already be having things. And just like we talked about last week about dividing each other. Like, there's already so many things that they put in place for us to divide each other. Like, we don't need to add this to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to just try to knock them out as much as we can and just be comfortable amongst each other having these conversations, man. So we got next.
Going forward, man. Once again, we talking about inspired change, man. So
yeah, man.
It came out that last week. This happened like right after we recorded last week too. That's the crazy thing. So the Inspired Change organization donated to 2 nonprofits in Chicago. One was called the Better Boys Foundation.
Nah, better. I know it's BBF, but I can't. Better Family. Let me see. I want to say it right. I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but it was one called the BBF and one called the Crushers Club organization.
All right, Better Family Services.
Better Family Services. Okay, so the $400K was split up between these 2 nonprofits. It's been reported that the Crusher Club organization,
They on some other shit.
They teeter the lines of propaganda and, you know, being fully Blue Lives Matter. So they got a program within this Crusher Club's organization where the program director of this organization actually participates in cutting the locks of young men in Chicago, and she
as
says,
a means to a better life.
means to a better life, knowing you know they cutting their hair because they don't want to seem aggressive towards people. So she's basically saying, like, you know, due to these haircuts, due to you know these people, you know, deciding to have their hair in locks, that they're, you know, not moving right, basically. So what she does is she educates these young men on how they can, you know, the type of money they can make from being police. You basically, like, you know, going against their own community. You know what I'm saying? You can make $70,000 a year in Chicago as a cop. You know what I'm saying? But we all know the type of corruption that going on in Chicago police force. She also cuts these kids' hair, basically trying to, like, you know, you're removing your baddens from you. You know what I'm saying? Like on some shit like that.
Yeah. And then they even had the video of the dude. Guess one of the dudes. He made a video after the fact about how that was 3 years ago. I wanted to cut my hair because I wanted to. I was tired of gangbanging. That's something that I wanted to do. But then it's like, okay, so then if that's the case, why are you apologizing now? The lady, why are you apologizing now after the fact? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's too much. It's just a whole bunch of cleaning up going on amongst that shit. And I feel like Rock Nation and NFL should have did more homework on that whole donation aspect of it. They should have dug deeper into it before they donated money to that.
Handing money out.
You know what I'm saying? Because like even with BBF, because when I heard that, I know I had read up on both, and I was like, okay, well let me deep dive into the other one first. So the other one seemed to check out. I didn't see really no red flags with the other one, but to me it looks like they didn't do their homework, how they portrayed they did their homework
Right.
on the whole shit.
So it just looked like, because, you know,
it's just another nugget that makes it look bad.
Yeah, because it's like, all right, when the thing about, like, this type of shit, man, is like, you know, when
I will say though, like, them Jay-Z tweets.
Oh, they going in. We're gonna let's get back. Hold on, let's go. So, like, the thing about like shit like this is, like, you know, when you got like a generational talent like Jay-Z, and like when you associate yourself with things like this, like you put a microscope on everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially like social injustice affairs.
You know what I'm saying? This is a when we talk about sensitive topics, like this is the topic. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything's gonna get a deep dive, and if it don't check out,
It's gonna get magnified.
it's because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you said, man, people got to do their research and they got to do their homework, and you got to measure 4 times before you cut once. And this is an occurrence of exactly what the opposite of what I just said. Like, it's no way in hell this lady should have been given funding to continue to do shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you said, it's another nugget that make this shit look
and
shaky.
it was like a lot of people was highlighting the fact that she's a Trump supporter, how she had asked Trump, or Trump didn't give us money. Then on top of the All Lives Matter thing, and it was like, it just looks it looks bad. And regardless of the fact if the other organization checked out, which when I looked at their details, you had a chance to look at their details.
The other
Yeah,
one?
the
No,
other
I
one.
didn't really get.
So like that was the one they was talking about, like when they do the education and economics, they place families in programs to get their GEDs, then after that get jobs. They do the same thing for all age levels. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, yeah, like that's a
some
good
shit
look.
That's needed. That shit that's needed.
But then you had the Crushers Club, and it's like, bruh, like now you take it 10 steps
Yeah,
back.
that's what I'm saying, and that's all due to lack of research.
And so how can you? That tells me that y'all really didn't do y'all research on the whole shit.
And that's the thing.
It's like you just handing out the money.
And that's the thing. And it's like, like I'm gonna compare this the same way like how we came down on Magic Johnson. You can't take these types of jobs if you're not gonna do the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do the research for this type of shit.
Yeah, you gotta do the in-depth research.
You gotta do the in-depth research, man. And that just is, it can't be, oh, we just gonna disperse this money and I got my name on the job. That should be enough. That can't happen. That can't happen. That cannot happen. Especially with this type of shit. Because when this happens, like you said, it's like
it's more reason for people to be skeptical about it going forward.
Everything going forward. And if anything,
you can't question why people are questioning how you move.
You really can't. You really can't. And people are honestly in the right for being skeptical. Because shit like this happens. And it shouldn't happen. So, with that being said, man, it's just, people got to do better with the research, man. Like, that type of shit shouldn't be happening at all.
No, they dropped the ball big time on that one.
Yeah. Now to the jokes. Niggas was going in, bro. Like,
dog, the Jay-Z tweets have been hilarious, bro. There was a couple of them shit that was like, that shit took me out. One of them shit was like,
you respect who got shot. I respect the shooter.
That was hilarious.
Quote Jay-Z on police brutality.
That
Nigga,
was hilarious.
What?
That was the AB's chess moves, Jay-Z's chess moves with the greater less than. That shit was hilarious.
The one when Jay-Z was, because they had the Made in America festival and they had Meat Mill Street.
Oh, he's posted up and he was pointing.
Look over there, officer. The black kills with no father.
With no father.
Like,
that was hilarious.
Yo. Dog, niggas had they photoshopped the Make America Great Again hat on the Black Album cover.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Bruh.
I didn't see that
when Jay-Z like this right here on the Black Album
and
cover.
They had MAGA on it?
They got the Make. I was like, bruh, niggas,
I gotta see that one. That shit is hilarious.
Wizards with that Photoshop shit, bruh.
Ain't nobody safe now. Everybody can get jokes. Bro.
Everybody, that's the thing. When I'll say this,
and that's the thing, like
the internet, everybody get the slander across the board, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like they always say, it's some truth behind jokes, but that's what makes it funny. You know what I'm saying? So like, everybody knows, like, I fuck with Hov, but no, dog, like,
no, that shit
was hilarious. Right. And on top of that, you dropped the ball on that shit. So
yeah, like, and like coming off of the with that panel that resurfaced from January, is just like,
yeah, it's a
double whammy.
Yeah, so like it's a trend. You know what I'm saying?
Like, niggas going in on the TL though, man. Like, Drew, you ain't seen none of that shit. Like,
I had no service.
Yeah, I mean the service when my shit been going in and out, I would see like certain people like going in on the tweets. I'd be like, bro, like,
I had so much catching up to do. I still ain't caught up yet, bro. Word.
dog, niggas is funny, man. That's all I'll say.
100%.
I'm gonna leave it at that, man.
Niggas is funny.
Niggas is hilarious, man.
Let me ask you this though. So, how you feel about people who saying like, niggas want to cancel Jay-Z but still got Tidal?
I did see that tweet too.
I laughed at that shit.
I mean,
shit was funny.
That's that nigga. That is his. So like, if you feeling like you need to cancel this man, are you still going to support Tidal? Are you still going to stream his music? Are you still, Because I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it
a bug with you. I fuck with Hov, but I ain't getting Tidal.
I ain't getting Tidal. You know what I'm saying? I had
You know what I'm
Tidal when it
saying? So,
first
like-
came out. I had the little. The little tester shit, the little, and
I fuck with him. I fuck what he's been doing.
Yeah,
like,
I'ma
but
listen to
I
nigga
don't. I
music.
never had Tidal even before this shit.
Yeah,
so.
I never had it, so it don't affect me. I'm gonna
Yeah, it don't
listen to
affect me
his
now.
music now. Like he ain't out here on no R. Kelly shit, so I ain't gonna,
Yeah.
That's why I draw the line at.
Man,
the
that
nigga
shit-
got his. He got some shaky shit going on, but I ain't gonna be like, I'm gonna cancel this nigga music and all this other shit. But if y'all, that's how y'all feeling, and y'all need to be 100 with that all across the board.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And also,
That's a good question though. How y'all want to cancel this nigga? With y'all got
I just
title-
laughed at it.
Y'all
You know,
got
I
title
don't-
subscriptions. Like,
Yeah, that shit was just funny though. But like you said, it's
maybe if he removed Apple Music from iPhones or something like and replaced it with Tidal, then I'll have Tidal.
Oh,
But
that's not happening.
But that's not going to happen. So
No,
I'm
yeah,
not,
that's
I'm
not
never
gonna
gonna
happen.
have Tidal.
If Tidal was the only source of streaming, then of course I would have no choice.
we have
But
no
nah,
choice,
I'm
but
not paying for.
I got options out here.
Yeah, I got
Like,
options out here.
what niggas will go to Spotify before they go to Tidal?
Big facts. Yeah, I mean, my phone came with it, so that's what I'm rocking with. Apple Music.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Like I said, like I did the whole little, test it out, see how you like it. Shit. The quality on Tidal, like they got the high five or some shit like that.
I
Like,
heard about some shit like that.
like that shit clean now, but I just feel like especially in my situation, like I'm on the family plan with the Apple Music. I'm economical, so
Yeah.
it's like it don't really serve me a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm cool. Shout out to him for that business endeavor though. But,
No, salute.
I'm cool.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, the other one. Hold on. The other was like, damn, ho, you gonna fade him like that? When they had the picture of the lady cutting the dreads, and the dude retweeted, he was like, damn, ho, how you gonna fade him? That shit was hilarious.
Hey, them niggas was like, how Hov gonna grow dreads for this bitch to be cutting dreads? Like, that's like shit wild, man. Locks. Thank you. But yeah, man. So moving on, Onika Minaj abruptly announced that she was going to retire from music to focus on raising a family, starting a family.
She'll be back.
With her, no, she already retracted it. She was like, I made a few tweets out of emotion. Y'all know that I'm riding with y'all to the end. Blah blah blah. What I feel like, what happened is she started seeing all people actually supporting this shit. Like nobody was at her feet saying no.
And see, I have a problem with that because
No,
you
Nikki,
said
no,
you
Nikki,
said it. You know what you said?
What?
I know a lot of y'all are happy. So keep that. You know what I'm saying? Like keep that shit, bro. Don't throw that nugget in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like say you want to come because you fuck with the music
Because you fuck with me, yeah.
and you love music. Don't do it because of that because you was in your
didn't
bag.
get-
You was
you-
in your bag when you said that
You
line.
didn't get that reaction that you wanted.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody was begging you, please no. People like, oh, you want to start a family? You want to retire?
And we doing this based off your recent track record of music,
You
fam.
get a farewell tour for that.
Yes.
Go ahead, baby.
Clap it out.
Like your last couple albums ain't really been hitting like that. Like, and that's we just being fair across the board when it come down to it. So like, if you want to leave at this height, then cool.
Go ahead,
And
man.
I would have the same energy for anybody else based off of their recent track record. So like, your last couple albums ain't been hitting, and you hitting us on some retirement shit, then hey,
Do your thing. Go
Do your
raise
thing.
a fam. Start your family. Do your thing.
We ain't
You
mad.
30. She might be 36 soon.
Yeah.
37.
It's time. It's
37,
time.
yeah,
It's time.
37.
Like it's time anyway. Like,
And the thing is, like, you can still rap. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel you should put an age limit on rap, but if your last couple records ain't really been,
honestly, she want to
And
retire.
it's time for her. It's time for her to start a family. I feel, and you know what? I'll go out on a limb and say this. I feel like Nicki would probably give us better music when she have a family.
She got more shit to talk about.
More relatable shit.
More relatable shit to talk. It'll make her more relatable with people her age too.
Yeah.
So it's like,
cause she got a whole 10 years on Cardi. And
exactly.
Cardi has a whole family.
Cardi is speaking to who Nicki was speaking to in 09.
1000%.
So it's like, you 30, you 37.
Should be 37.
Talking about 18, 19-year-old shit. It's not adding up. That's more Cardi Lane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why Cardi cleaned up how she cleaned up. People, those girls relate to Cardi more than they relate to you. They still know you as who you are, but you should be on a different type time with your content.
They've been putting them Barbie doll little necklaces in the Dollar Tree. Ben did that.
Boy, I remember them days we used to see them shit in Toucan Reef.
Word, nigga used to sweep them shit up like, nigga, another one.
hey, this girl I was dating around the time bought one of those, and that's when I knew the relationship was on the rocks, buddy. Hey, I knew our time was limited.
If we thinking of the same one, then I think the whole squad have run with the damn chains.
But yeah, man. Woo! Shout out to Nicki, man. If you want to continue to make music, I think you should have, went with your initial statement, started your family. You owe it to yourself, honestly. Like, you don't want to be too old starting a family out here, but
yeah. I think it's
do your thing, man. Do whatever.
So is this pressure for the young fella that she's with now? Like this?
Is he young?
They about the same age. I think he might be like 2 years older.
That
than
nigga
her.
look like he about 45.
Bro, I think like 40 already. If anything, like yeah, because supposedly that's supposed to be like her first love. So it's like that's how.
Yeah, that was she said.
That's how he was able to slide back in or whatever. So
that's wild.
Supposedly, dog always been in the picture, like on some, he just had his own thing going on,
laying low like a gator in a swamp.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. It's always a nigga in the picture, bro. Like,
facts.
don't get it twisted, bro. Like, it's your time, but it's also your turn. That's a bar.
That's a bar.
It's your time, but it's also your turn.
That's a t-shirt. That's t-shirt material right there.
Hey, it's always a nigga in the picture, bro.
Big
Like
fact.
that's all. She done had Safari. I thought Safari was the first nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because Safari been there since the DVD time. So you telling me this nigga been in the picture and he never was like around.
And Safari was her 12 years.
12 years.
Now, also that could be, how petty she be, so that could be still a jab.
A shot at Safari?
Yeah.
But that's weak. That's
Yeah.
weak. Don't do that. That's weak.
What else do we
That
expect
let me
out of
know
her,
for
though?
sure you still love that man.
Bingo.
Like, don't do that. If you saying that as a shot at Safari live in your head.
And on real talk though, we gotta have a conversation, bro.
What's
If I'm
up?
Safari.
What's up?
Nah, bro. Like, I've been with you 12 years, and then like you saying this shit about this
Yeah,
man.
you basically
Like,
trying to erase my
what the
whole
fuck was
type-
we doing for 12 years?
No, she tight about something, bro. She tight about something
what I'm
that
saying?
how,
Like-
something between them, how they ended. She
Bro,
tight
this
about
what
that
if,
shit.
if I'm with a female 12 years and you come out and you on some other shit with
Yeah,
this
you ain't
nigga,
about to play with my name like that.
you
bro.
not playing with me like
talking
that.
about he was all this other shit trying to basically make it seem like
So what the
I
fuck?
never
I'm
was
gonna
there.
ask you, like, bro, what the fuck was we doing for 12 years?
That's why I'm coming to collect all my shit.
Like, I can't get my time back, but a conversation would had to be had.
1000%.
Like, cause I
real
want
shit.
and I want you to look me in my face.
Yeah, like this had to be like a
Yeah.
personal convo, like not even on no aggressive shit, but like on some real shit, like cause you trying to like make it seem like some shit that we know that it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm in here thinking that I was your number one
but
this
now
whole time.
all of a sudden,
now all of a sudden, this nigga been your
nigga-
true love.
Yeah, this nigga like, come on now.
Mind you, now this nigga in and out of jail for some other shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, what we talking about?
And I'm sure like he probably done got the phone call like, well, who's just calling you from calling you from jail or some shit like that.
Bro, that's on some Jody shit, bruh.
Nah, 1000%.
Jody and Rodney for real.
That's
I'm pretty sure there was a lot of, through those 12 years, there's been signs of this guy for them. We don't know this because we
we don't
we
know.
weren't
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
We
yeah.
weren't there.
I'm
You
sure
right.
for it, like in his mind, he'd be
Yeah.
like, so this was this
And
time.
you know what,
and this
bruh?
time, and
Yeah.
this time.
And you know what? I kind of Safari seemed like he was a doormat in this whole shit, man, because it's like he let too much shit
too-
slide.
He
He ain't check a lot of shit that he felt like. He even said it himself, like even with the Nas video, like he always mentioned like how it was certain shit that he let slide due to the fact that she was a bruh, I'm not gonna check you on your job, but when we get to the house, we gonna have to have a conversation. Hey, bruh, like at the end of the day, I laid down with you. You see what I'm saying? I'm your man.
Not
like,
even that. I'm a man at the end of the day.
you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck about Nicki Minaj. Like, I care about Onika. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't get it fucked up. Like, I knew you before this shit. Like, so you still gonna respect me as your man, or let's go our separate ways, bro.
But like all this whole trying to make it look like
I'm not gonna be continue. If I'm Safari, I'm not gonna continue to take these hits in the light. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna do that.
That shit corny. That shit corny, bro. Like that shit corny. It's no way in hell I'm with somebody for 12 years, and you know even.
And people want to try to attach it. Well, he couldn't handle her. It's a difference between I'ma always play my position and being in your corner, but it's a line of respect. It's a line of
respect now. Like I'm not
because if the roles were reversed,
it would be conversations had. So that's the thing. Like it's not about no type of insecurity or nothing like that. Like I'm perfectly fine with having a Nicki Minaj type woman of that type of status. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem playing the back, but you gonna respect that you have a man, or you don't have a man. At least me,
yeah.
And that's just what it is. Like, and and I'm cool with that. But we're gonna have some conversations.
Yeah.
So I know I'm.
And just outside looking in, it felt like dog just was. She got more and more comfortable.
Yeah,
doing the shit. Yeah,
and that's why when you fast forward, they're not together. She comfortable talking down on this man. Because he never checked her.
And it's not gonna happen on my time. Like, it's never gonna be like that. Ever. Like it would get to a point where it's like, hey, bro, if I'm out here and I'm respecting you, you're gonna have the same respect for me. Point blank, period. Like, that's it. Because we grown at the end of the day.
Niggas 37, 36.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
come on, man.
What we talking about?
Come on, man. That's why that let me know whatever happened between them two, she harboring something about that shit. Because there's no way in hell, I've been in relationships with people 3-4 years. We don't talk bad about each other, period. You know what I'm saying? In fact, it ain't nothing but love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my nigga, the blah, blah, blah. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been with each other for a decade and some change.
And even if it ended on bad terms, I'm still not going to badmouth you.
That's just not me, period. Because at one point, I had love for you. So I'm not going to get in front of a camera.
And that's when the fronting comes in.
Yeah, that's when you fronting. Like,
don't act like you ain't.
I love for you. Like, I ain't going to get on a camera or in front of a mic and try to spin it another way. That's not what it was.
Yeah.
So that's just, it's like Mike said, some fronting shit going on.
Yeah.
But Safari played the role into that shit also.
Yeah, he did. That's what I said.
He enabled it. He enabled a lot of that shit.
Yeah, he did.
He did. So, like Mike said, like
he took too many hits.
I feel I know she would this new nigga, he supposed to be super thug supposedly, but I'd honestly be like, hey, bro, me and her need to talk about some shit, bro. On some G shit, on some G shit, like really, cause that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous, bro. Like how DeMarcus Cousins said.
And to me, honestly, you still might got love for mans.
That's
how I look at it. If you going to that route, then that's what that tells me.
If you trying to burn my jersey, shit, you still a fan. So
what's going on?
Hey man, honestly, you might need to have a conversation with your girl. Like why is he going out her way?
Ask that question.
Yeah, why is she going out her way to try to diminish my legacy?
With you.
And so you supposedly her first love. That might be a conversation y'all two need to have. So it's like, yeah. Matter of fact, that conversation between Safari and Nicki might not even need to happen. That conversation needs to happen. Why she going out her way to try to diminish me?
Talk about it.
Let's talk. Y'all need to talk about that.
Yeah. So we got next, man.
Oh, man, an eventful yesterday, man, for the Patriots organization, for Antonio Brown and Raiders.
Shout out to Nard.
The Nas, yeah, shout out to Nard, man. He on the book saying they going 13-3 still.
That's his favorite record. He says that every year.
He's big on 13.
He's big on 13.
Antonio Brown is an officially a New England Patriot, man.
I didn't think this nigga planned that shit, but he definitely planned it. We got reports coming out now saying that he was hitting up social media advisors on how to speed up his release process. And when Mo was telling me yesterday on the tweet, he was like, obviously it can't be money if this nigga sacrificed $30 million in playing for the 9. And I didn't even think about it at the time. And I was saying, because I was telling Mo, I'm like, bro, but he said he wasn't playing without the 30 M's. So
I'm say that.
But then I'm like, I get up this morning and I'm looking at ESPN. I'm like, bro, it did happen too fast.
Shit happened way too fast.
And I'm like, this nigga, but it. Okay, so are we quoting him a genius on this shit, or is he still on? He because he do got some bullshit in him now.
No, and I'm not excusing the bullshit.
Oh, okay.
I'm not excusing the bullshit at all. What I will say is this: he's a person who recognizes that he's a top 3 talent in his position. With that come leverage. So, with that being said,
talent trumps everything.
Talent trumps everything in the NFL, especially. In the NFL, if you one of them niggas, bro, if you raise enough hell, you eventually...
Like Nelson Aguilar, you can't do this.
Exactly.
I'm just throwing the name out there.
Yeah, just throw a name out there.
Like, you can't pull no shit like this.
Yeah, if you're not a top 3 to top 5, because even top 10 talent not even cutting it. If you're not a top 3 to top 5 nigga at your position...
Yeah, Sammy Watkins can't do this.
Yeah, you can't do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do this. And it's cool. You just got to play. You got to stay in your lane. You're not a top 3 to top 5 nigga. This don't apply to you. You don't got that type of leverage. But if you raise enough hell, you cause enough headaches, you will get your way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this
AB realized that, and being who he is, we all know AB with the shits 1,000%.
But you know the reason why I wasn't believing it is because of his trend.
Yeah.
So if it was somebody who didn't have this trend, I would be more on the side of...
He been with the shits.
Yeah, but he been with the shits. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, like, helmet. Like, if it was somebody, like, who quiet, I'm like, bro, come on now. You acting out, bro.
Yeah.
You just ain't want to be there.
Like, if Julio was on this type of shit, I'd
be like, all right, bro, just tell Atlanta you ain't want to be there.
This you can do that, Julio. Like, you can do that.
But with AB, it's like, damn, bro, you went from the helmet... and I'm not gonna use a frostbite because that shit was like
that was a real injury.
That was a real injury. You can't really fake that. I don't believe a nigga's gonna go that far. But with the helmet, the Mike Mayock thing, you recording Gruden phone, Gruden
the YouTube channel.
At that point, I wasn't even thinking about it. I'm like, bro, this nigga going way too far. Like, what the fuck? And then, you know what's so crazy? It's like with the Tristan Thompson, Kim Kardashian shit. You know how he was like it. Outside looking, and kept looking like he kept trying to do shit to get out. And you know what she was saying? No, like, it's not on Tristan and da-da-da. That's John Gruden. Gruden kept saying, oh, that's humorous. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's just misunderstood. And AB is sitting back like, bro, I want to get the fuck out of here. Like, okay, so what I got to do next?
You just will not give up on me.
You will not give up on this man. And it's like, but at the same time, too, like, it's corny. Because if I'm John Gruden now, it's like, damn, bro, like, you did all of that just to get away from me? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I fuck with you.
Now it look like I don't have no type of leverage on my own team, period.
So, like, if I'm John Gruden, it's like, you know what? I feel like I would have to have a conversation with AB, but it's like, at this point, like, dog, fuck it. Because he went into it genuinely.
Yeah.
Like, Gruden was like, no, bro, like, I was backing you and you planned this whole shit?
Yeah, he really did support AB, though. Like, he really did. Like,
that's why I can't really get with AB on that aspect of it.
From them press conferences, just, like, from, like, everything, like...
He been talking about him since December.
Yeah, Gruden...
He wasn't even on his team then.
Gruden he really did have a genuine, like, you know, like for AB. Like, he realized the type of talent that nigga is. So, it's like... He fucked him. He would him, yeah.
He fucked him.
He did. But
my thing is,
it's always casualties in war, man.
Yeah, and you know they go off and go and I grew up a Raiders fan and all this shit. Where's that same energy now? Like, nigga, if you grew up a Raiders fan, wouldn't you want to do your best?
It's
on
a dream job.
Yeah, and the thing is, when the reports had came out that he was going to Buffalo, because everybody ran Ian. Adam, everybody report. That's what I'm saying. Like, and everybody was like, Steelers fans was like, oh, you getting shipped to Buffalo, da da da. And AB was like, nah, fake news, like, nah. And everybody was still denying it, like, nah, bro, you going to Buffalo.
Again, that's a top 3 talent leveraging. Look, so then I ain't doing shit for Buffalo.
We pop up and we see him with the Raiders, and like he really happy. You know what I'm saying? Like he in the pool with his kids, he got the Raiders shit on. So I'm like, okay, he wanted to be a Raider. So now I'm seeing like, okay, now you didn't want to be a Raider. You wanted to get the New England the whole time. Then I see today, New England was trying to trade for him back in March, but they wouldn't do it. The Steelers wouldn't do it.
Oh yeah, the Steelers was.
So all of this is get back
Yeah.
for the Steelers, bruh.
Yeah. But also his agent used to represent Rob Gronkowski.
And
so
yeah.
So he's
Drew?
he represent several people in the
So
organization.
he's the most popular agent
Yeah,
in
so-
NFL history.
So
yeah.
it was kind of like, but also it's like it's literally right now it's the storyline of Randy Moss that we just saw. Like
Randy ain't
Moss
had to
went
go this far though.
Yeah, Randy had to go this far though.
But no, I'm just saying as far as like going to the Raiders and then
Yeah.
bam going to the Patriots. But we all know how that played out when Randy came to the Patriots. So that. To me, that shit is crazy, but I don't think, like, the antics and all this shit. Then he was like, I'm free. Then he called his grandma. I was like, Granny,
Yeah.
I'm free.
Yeah, they freed me. They freed me. They freed. But you see,
And
know,
he recording everything. You see what I'm saying? It's like
you know what I was talking. You know that this reminds me of what we talked about last week on here when we were saying. Because remember when you asked, you was like, if a company like Shade Room or Baller Alert, like if they did some irresponsible shit, would they have any like, or some shit of this magnitude, would they have any fallback for it? And we was like, nah, that's their business. This is AB's business, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Confusion, hysterical confusion, this type of shit. This is AB's lane, bro. And I'm pretty sure he did this to get what he want. I honestly feel like we're not going to hear nothing from this nigga now this season.
Devil's advocate, if he has his rants and shit in New England, which I don't think, because first of all, Belichick ain't going for the bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about AB coming and disrupting anything because nothing fucks with our system. We'll cut that nigga with the acquaintance and we'll move on like nothing happened.
Nah, for real.
Like, and that's just what it is. Like,
Yeah, and then y'all gave him little crumbs as far as a contract of what So basically, this is his chance. If he wants to get paid, this is your chance.
Belichick ain't giving him no multi-year deal.
Oh, no,
and I said that yesterday, even before I said he's not getting another guaranteed contract unless it's a year.
Yeah.
Like that 3-year, 4-year deal shit, that shit is dead. And then I'm like, dog, it's gonna be the Patriots.
But also, when you're winning, there's nothing to bitch about.
I think that's what he really wanted at the end of the day.
Because now it's you got $9 million guaranteed versus $30 million.
Mm-hmm.
But you're on the Patriots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
And honestly, to me, now that everything is full service, this is 100% get back at the Steelers.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So now they got to meet in the playoffs.
Feel like
they got to meet in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I got to see
honestly
this.
wish he could play tonight, to be real with you. That's why when you sent me the shit, like he wanted to speed up his release.
He was trying to speed it up so he could play tonight.
He wanted to play tonight, bro. And I honestly don't even feel like AB should be on the sideline tonight. I feel if he's not playing, he'll need to be at this game, bro. Because this shit's going to be
Nah, they say he can't.
Oh, he can't?
No, they say
that's
he
good
can't.
because this shit would be on a completely different level if he was on that sideline, bro.
But knowing AB, he might be in the crowd somewhere or some shit. Like, just
he already on the PJ on the way to New England. Like, he posted that on his story. So, but I'm just sitting here and I'm like, dog, like, what is wrong with you, fam? Like, something is really. I still think something is wrong with him, but I don't know. He might can do a 360 when he go to New England. I don't know, but I'm not the theatrics of it. I'm not buying into it. Because it's like
it's unnecessary.
It's unnecessary, especially for Gruden. And like you said, it's a casualty award. He had to go to his lengths to get out because Gruden. There's no way he was going to tell Gruden that he wanted out because Gruden wasn't going to let him go.
AB knew that Gruden had a genuine like for him, so
that's
there's
what
no
it
way
was.
He's going to keep it.
And you know what he did? He used that against him.
Yeah, he used it against him for real. He did, bro. Gruden was the biggest.
So now Gruden that messed out on Khalil, Amari, and AB.
Derek Carr posting clown emojis on shit. Derek Carr tight.
David
Carr, my bad.
His brother. First of all, David, you was nowhere near what your brother was. Let's get that established. You was nowhere near what your brother was. So obviously you emotional.
Strap in, Mike.
You emotional. No, because I don't want to see no white people trying to kill AB, bro. And that's what it is at the end of the day.
That's
like,
what this was. It was an underlying.
You know what I'm saying?
Thing.
I'm not gonna roll with it.
Trying to crucify this black man. That's what it was to me.
Like we can, like you call it what the fuck you want. We can do that with ours. Y'all ain't gonna do that because y'all got some people that y'all don't even clock in on, and y'all be letting that shit ride. Big Ben. And these Steelers fans, bro, don't be coming in my mentions, be ever talking about Ben Roethlisberger. If I'm talking about AB, keep it about AB, fam.
Yeah,
We not having no conversation
when
about
you
Big
bring
Ben.
up Big Ben in a strictly AB conversation, then let me know where you at.
Yeah, bro, because like your man's done Euro step 2 rape cases. So what are we talking about?
I saw one nigga said, "Oh yeah, Big Ben looking like a genius now." I said, "Bro, how does a repeat sexual assaulter look like a genius in any case?
Big facts.
How?
Like what we talking about?
Please
man?
explain that to me."
Because let's keep it a band. If Ben Roethlisberger was black, he would have been out the league.
Period. He was
Point blank,
another Jamarcus Russell.
Facts. Hey, Jamarcus Russell walked away with $40 million, fam.
Was selling lean the whole time he was in the NFL.
That was one lazy ass nigga.
The nigga was high
Dog, this nigga got up to 315.
as a quarterback.
What we talking about, man?
Bro, this nigga got pulled over one time. And this man had like 20 pints of syrup in his car. This nigga tried to pour them shit into the back seat, like in the carpet. The police saw nothing but syrup in the. They was like, "Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you?"
This nigga's retarded.
Man had nothing but codeine syrup in the back of his truck, bro. Like, what are you doing, dog? You worth $40 million. Why are you doing this shit? You don't got runners? I'd have gladly taken over that business venture. I'm the distro. I'm the distro, bro.
I don't know what kind of homeboys these niggas be having, bro.
I don't know, bro, but
That ain't it.
that ain't it, bro. Why we need more Marvin Harrisons, man, not Jamarcus Russells, man.
Bingo.
Marvin Harrison.
That's
Silent assassin.
Silence.
Yes, sir.
Bruh, that was and that's another thing. I was even surprised when Marvin spazzed on T.O. the way he did.
Oh yeah.
That man was like,
Yeah.
man, fuck him. Like,
No, Marvin bought that life now.
real shit, because T.O. had said some slick shit about Marvin getting in, and Marvin was like, man, fuck him. Like, basically,
Yeah.
that's basically what he was on.
Nah,
like,
he
man,
was
I
like,
don't give a
hey,
fuck about that. Like,
I
was like, oh,
y'all
shit,
take this
Marvin.
football shit for a joke if we want to.
Marvin, hey, he caught a body now.
Yeah.
We step
Unless-
outside.
No,
this
you know what's so
Coliseum
crazy?
and do
I
some
remember
other
that shit like it was yesterday, because Marvin had just stopped playing football and he just went back to doing whatever he was doing, and then it's like, yeah, Marvin Harrison killed somebody at his car wash, and dog ain't getting no charges for that shit, but
Yeah.
nigga was trying to steal out his shit. Niggas
Hey,
think
man,
Marvin's sweet.
hey, man.
Marvin from Philly.
Man, let them know. 88, baby.
Hey, we step up this Coliseum. There's some other shit going on.
But it be the
now.
ones, man. It be
Y'all-
the ones. Marvin was always quiet. He never said, I was like, man, that nigga probably serial killer or some shit.
Lo and behold.
Lo and behold,
behold.
this man done caught a body, like a real body. So, and when that nigga had spaz on T.O. though, I ain't expect that from him.
Hey, listen, the man just came to play ball. That's all.
Man,
Like,
don't care about all that other shit.
Yeah,
man.
he never cared about
Hey,
none
but
of
now
that
we
shit.
know Marvin Harrison is with the shit.
He
Hall
bought
of
that shit.
Famer.
Hall of Fame.
Him and Steve Smith, them like the niggas, like
Yeah.
the wide
Yeah.
receiver niggas,
Yeah,
bro.
for real,
But
for real.
as far as like trash talking wise, like me and Mike told us the other day,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's T.O., it's Steve Smith, and it's
Keyshawn.
Keyshawn Johnson, bro.
Yeah, Keyshawn Johnson was a big.
That nigga
talking shit
Keyshawn
nigga,
told
though.
Tank Williams, you a fake John Randall. Shit your ass up.
Imagine you trying to perform at your highest, and a nigga tell you a fake version of one of the best, one of the best defensive players.
He said, I'm gonna get you killed, Brad. My bad. I was like, God damn.
Nigga
Brad
tell you-
Johnson was like, it's cool.
Nigga tell you a fake version of one of the best defensive players. Like you're not even
Hands down, one of the
nigga-
best D
This
linemen.
nigga used to have John Gruden shook too, dog. Like,
Facts.
like
The man
shook.
spazzed on this man on the sideline, like
John Gruden really never had like a
Nah,
hold on
he
his
ain't got
players
no-
like that, bro.
Nah.
He just was blessed with good teams.
Do you think it's some coaches that'll really fuck some players up? Like if it had to get down to it?
Nah, none of these coaches even athletic like that. Honestly,
I think the only one that could probably go toe to toe would probably be Tomlin. Cause Tomlin work out and he
Tomlin got hood strength. I'll give Tomlin that. If Tomlin catch you on the drop, it's over.
Yeah.
He catch you in that two piece, that quick.
a lot of
two.
these other coaches old and shit like that.
Yeah, they
But
old.
Tomlin really the only one.
Yeah, I mean, you got like for us. So Robert Mathis works with like our linebackers and shit like that.
Some assistants now.
Oh, yeah. They
retired players.
they're a few years removed from the game.
Like
Like
Joey Porter.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Like Deuce Staley, he's another
oh yeah,
one.
Deuce, you ain't doing nothing with Deuce, bro.
So it's like some of them boys like you ain't about to.
yeah, you about to play with them boy no type of way like
not
that.
at all.
Mm-mm.
Not at
But
all.
yeah, like most of these coaches getting washed, bro. Like they ain't fucking these players up, bro.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You mean to tell me these niggas actually like lifting
I
weights?
remember when
every
Joey
day?
Porter told somebody you got popcorn muscles, like basically your shit just all for sure. I think that was Brandon Marshall. He told that shit too, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. He's like, oh, you got popcorn muscles, man. Like them shit just they look big. You ain't.
Nigga basically telling
But
you.
Joey was fucking crazy, bruh. A lot of it be the linebacker. A lot of them linebacker niggas
they
is
don't
like,
got it all together, bro.
they don't got that shit all together. Like LT, that was a crazy motherfucker, bruh.
He was doing coke in the locker room.
Man said, hey, Joe, you better hope I don't get back in the game. I'ma kick your ass. I was like, oh,
That's normal shit though. That was normal LT.
but you know what they
behavior.
said though? They said he had a mental edge. Or like it was old linemen and quarterbacks who literally feared him at the line. Like if you got that edge, bro, you gonna be a great.
Yeah.
If you got a mental edge like that, fam, like
But linebackers, you gotta be reckless. Like you can't be scared to hit somebody.
no, you can't.
Like, and it's something like I play linebacker, so I know it's a switch that just goes on, and it's just like, nah, you want to kill somebody. Like truly, like I'm gonna run straight through you, and if you survive, you survive. Get up the next play.
Drew, you think you would have been one of the bounty hunter boys from the Saints?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I know I
had
was.
a bounty hunter program.
Jonathan Vilma was of that.
Nah, I mean I rack up penalties though. No lie. Like I probably would never.
You one of them niggas. You the enforcer.
I lay out niggas, dog. Pause. Like no cap, bro. Like even when we were doing like little tournament flag footballs and stuff, I be trucking niggas. Like,
you a Vontez Burfict nigga.
it's a lot to stop.
That nigga Vontez is crazy, bro.
Vontez don't got all together neither, bro. He might got CTE from that Juju hit too.
And then you got some. I mean, all them niggas ain't really killers like that. Cause you got some niggas who ain't gonna tackle.
Nah, but
But that
Vontez
mainly be
gonna
the
tackle.
corners though.
Yeah, it'd be the corners.
Ain't too many linebackers I know who ain't gonna tackle. But them corners, Marcus Peters straight set up. Hey man, I make business decisions.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was so funny, but he owned it though. Like I can't be mad at dog. He an all pro. Like, but he could get away with that. Certain corners can't get away with that shit. It's already hard to find corners in the league. Like, motherfucker, if you already can't cover, you better be tackling.
Man,
Straight
That's the
up.
least you can do.
That's the least you can do. Like,
The fuck?
the worst.
If you getting burnt, you need
remember
to,
when them
you
boy
need
tried
know how
to
wrap
roast
up.
Darrell because he ain't want to tackle Derrick Henry on that last third down with the Chiefs?
Why would he? Why would he?
The fuck? Like Marcus, that's business decision.
Big facts.
Business decision.
Then
bro.
Darrell Reeves was like, the man was in the comments like, shrug. I was like, God, well, he got his money, so.
We know what Darrell Reeves is about, bro. Like,
No, this is Derrick Henry. This guy was he was ready to be an NFL player freshman year in college. Like,
Yeah.
come on, dog. Dude's ridiculously like a monster. Like truly, dog.
Shit, like Dion ain't tackle like that.
he ain't really tackle like that.
But he was a
He
baller.
could cover. He could cover like a
Yeah,
motherfucker. That's the
cover
thing.
like a motherfucker.
But see, shit like that. The only thing I hated about football, like Daquan Bowers. Y'all know who that is?
Yeah.
The defensive line from Clemson.
Yeah, he passed away, didn't he?
No, he's alive.
Which one of them boys
Checking
died?
off in Myrtle Beach.
One of them boys died from Clemson. D lineman.
I don't know, but Daquan,
Oh, it was Gaines.
Daquan. They put this nigga. He played for Bamberg Earhart, and they put this nigga at running back. A defensive end at running back. Like this, we're in high school, bro. Dog, this nigga,
Nobody want to tackle him, huh?
nigga, people were getting
Decapitated.
what? Defensive line? No, there was no D line. The linebackers were the reinforcers, and truly, like I can't even lie, bro. I've been shoelace tackling that whole game, bro. He was not trucking me though. Like that's not happening, bro. Like I'm gonna tackle you at your ankles. That's it. That's all. That's all I can really do. Cause I didn't even have this size then, in high school. Like, I still was swimming and shit like that. But bro, this man was like 6'4", 250 in high school running the ball, bro. What can I do against that?
It's really nothing nobody in high school can
Trip
do
this
at that.
nigga up, bro. That's
Honestly,
about it.
like it's really like once you that big, like it's really nothing that much people can do with you on the field. So yeah, man. Today is the day, guys. We finally back at football season,
I'm
man.
excited.
Man, niggas can say what the fuck they want. Dog, first NFL Sunday be lit.
Yeah, it does.
Facts.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
So, how y'all feeling? I mean, we talked about this before, but how y'all feeling, man? We here, man.
I ain't gonna lie, but I got
Hey, a
butterflies
Cowboys
over
fan
here.
was talking shit to Mike before you pulled up, bro.
My
What,
dog on
outside?
the bike.
Man,
Hey.
on the bike, man had his Cowboy snapback on.
Hey, oh yeah, you gonna catch it in the city, goddamn. They probably right there at Food Lion. right
He was
now.
going to Food Line.
Yeah,
Going
yeah,
to Food
that's what
Line.
they do. They rally up on food. I pull up on them niggas all the time with my camera out, like just cause it's this big white dude or whatever. I'll show y'all the video. But this nigga, man, he got a custom helmet. Like mind you, this nigga's like probably about like 360, about 380. He's a big white dude. Got his I'm sure a lot of people have seen this nigga at bars because I used to see this man at like King Street Bar and
Yeah.
Grill. Or
There's always a
multiple
few
different-
fans I know I'm gonna see if I pull up at King Street in Somerville
Yeah.
or I go to the Ale House.
But see, the one
The
that
Ale House be
Yeah, all of them should be jacked.
all
All
them
them
should
should
be
be
jacked.
I don't like going to no pack ass bar for no football, bro.
I don't, but if I have a table, I'm
Yeah,
cool.
if I have a
Yeah.
table, I'm cool. I don't like stand up like
standing
bar.
up and shit. Yeah,
If I got a table, I'm with it.
But
though.
yeah, definitely like I be going in there, bro. Like it was some Sundays I had some good Sundays, and it was some Sundays where, bro, like that Bears and Eagles wild card game, nigga, crazy.
I bet.
That double doink, you had Eagles fans, Bear fans up in that bitch. That shit was crazy, but I enjoy that shit.
Yeah, I need to damn open a bar for Coast fans. There ain't gonna be much of us in there, but goddamn, it might be
Start a Colts like a group page or something.
Man,
bro.
I only know I've met my homeboy Slim. He's a Coast fan, but as far as like true diehard Coast fan, it's only my nigga Slim that I know of, and then
Right.
my nigga Red, he lives downtown, but I don't ever see this nigga. He got like 6 kids and shit, so he's always working and
Yeah.
shit. But nah, I know like the Eagles got a bar. Dallas proclaims every bar that they gather at is their bar.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, they deep also.
Dallas is insanely deep here, bro.
Yeah.
Dallas
Hey,
and the
bruh.
Steelers are deep in
I
Charleston.
might have to
bro.
start fucking with some parlays, man. Niggas is telling me they putting down $8, $9 and can win 110. Like that ain't bad, bro.
That ain't bad.
No, it just depends on how
That's
you
some pretty
spread
good
it.
money, bro.
Yeah. But see,
I can sacrifice $9.
I like doing parlay. If I'm gonna do it within like week 1 and week 5 because after that shit get crazy. Like
For real?
it just gets crazy, man. But college definitely.
I'm not fucking with college football.
It's
on
too
parlays,
much of
bro.
it, man. It's too much.
I don't want to talk about
And,
college
and
football.
anything can more so happen on the college level, bro. Like that BYU Tennessee, you see that shit?
Yes, yeah.
Bro, these motherfuckers had a 63-yard pass to get in position to tie the game on a 4th down. How you let somebody get behind you for 63 yards? I would have been shitting if I had that ticket.
Yeah. But that's and see,
And that's the thing, like teams who supposed to win big, like Florida State. We supposed to blow out Louisiana Monroe. We win in overtime by 1. I'm not betting on no college football.
That's why I don't fuck with college football because for that very reason right there.
Like,
Because
come
I be
on,
like,
fam.
I be like, dog, who called y'all and to tell y'all to fuck this shit up? Like truly, because that shit, it be some crazy shit though. But I wonder what the spread was for USC versus CSU because CSU didn't stand a chance against USC, bro. That shit was. I was going to the pool yesterday and shit. I looked, it was like 72 to something. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I know Gamecock fans been wilding, but
It's over. It's over for Jake though.
you think so?
It's over.
Hey, I saw what you saw, but that's what I'm saying because
It's
you know
over.
it's the politics of it all, though.
If they honestly, it should be over.
Yeah.
It should be over. Like that's it.
Yeah, niggas is telling me it's some good money in that shit, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean,
Like Mari? You know Mari.
Yeah, gambling period. Like,
Mari
it's-
be on that shit heavy, and Dawson took home some serious bread from that shit, bro. Like, but yeah, man, I guess how you play them numbers, man. So we got anything else?
I'm not even gonna talk about the bum ass fucking hurricane.
Oh, you know I ain't talking about my niggas. I want us to lose.
Talk
I
about-
want us to lose so Willie could get fired.
Like we
Because there's no way he would have survived losing to
we
Louisiana.
supposed to be fucking 2-0 right now. bro.
Niggas lost in North Carolina, fam.
Now we got North Carolina looking like sirloin.
Right.
I don't understand. I don't even talk about that shit. 'Cause that's gonna get me riled up. Like honestly, on some real shit. Like
Well, y'all got Pittsburgh today. That's gonna be an easy dub. It's gonna be that's a good start for y'all.
I want us to. I'm really focused on these division games. Like,
Juju, I don't feel like Juju about to do shit tonight.
Hey, you know what? To be honest with you, nigga, a lot of niggas is putting Juju up there. I'm not saying he's a great wide receiver, but don't get it fucked up. Like I hate when niggas put so much on a person who ain't did it by themselves yet. I'm not saying he can't do it by himself. And then,
AB was
but
was
it's
a
like, bro,
monster
like, come on, bro, like,
Yeah.
don't disrespect,
As you can
don't,
see,
don't do
it's
that.
easy to cover fucking 3 people. Look at Devontae Adams got covered by 3 of the defenders by Chicago. Like, if
Hey,
they-
we was watching that game. We was watching that game, and two was like, bro, they
But
got
that shit was
three-
hilarious.
they
That nigga
got three
Devontae said,
like,
"It take 3. It take 3."
hey, wide receivers be in their bag with that shit talking, bro. But yeah, man. Anything else we got, guys? Or we good?
Oh, that's it, man.
All right, so if y'all listen to the show, y'all know what we about to do. We about to go watch some fucking football. So, like we say every other week on this show, man, if you hear anything to get you in your feelings, you feel some type of way, always remember,
We just as messages.
we out.